All right, what's going on, folks? Back on my Thursday night time slot. Last week I was out in the middle of nowhere. You guys remember? So a lot of you dropped in. I know you couldn't stay though. That was terrible. Trying to run off data. We got a lot going on this week, though. I mean, a lot. We got a lot we got to comment on. It's ridiculous, you know. If you saw my little short live last night, uh, mostly what that was about was what's going on in Russia and the Middle East. I got a couple of emails today from people telling me, no, Vladimir Putin's not dead. Well, I didn't say he was dead. I said it was reported that he died. I never said he's dead. So let me put that out there right now. I was just telling you what I saw, and I actually said that in the video. It was from secondary sources, and now some of the mainstream sources are starting to kind of touch on it and see what they can find out. But they're not going to say anything until they can verify it, and I understand that. That's why I didn't say he's dead. No, I didn't say that. So let me get that straight right up front. But I appreciate everybody that was there, and I appreciate the comments, the emails I got. I really do. Let's see who's in the house tonight. All right. First one was Glenn Anderson. Lady Pepper's not with me tonight. She's in Iowa. The Buzz Runner's here. My brother. Uh, yep, Glenn, we already got you. Nick L. Wow, excuse me, guys. I got a frog in my throat right up front. That's good for whatever ails you right there. But Nick, no, don't call me on the CB right now. I'm kind of busy. Double D's with us. She don't get to be with us live very often. I appreciate when she does drop in. Tammy Joe's in the house. There we go. Michelle J. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who else we got down here? You guys had quite a conversation. I appreciate that. I really do. Linda Farrow's back. You were here last night. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Thank you for being here again. Philip Dixon. He's watching that communist NFL, but he's watching us. He ain't gonna be commenting much, I don't think. But I stopped supporting the NFL when they kept giving money to BLM after BLM had been exposed for, as being a fraud. The NFL still giving them money because they're afraid to be called racist. It's that simple. I don't know how much white guilt you can carry until you just finally decide, no, this ain't real. This ain't working. David Jones is with us. All righty then. Let me. Oh, my comments just blinked out. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. They came back up. Patriot Ordinance is in the house. Constitutional Stacker. Yeah. Who we talking about? We're going to talk about a bunch of folks tonight. Go over and check his channel out if you hadn't, folks. If you're into silver like me, you got to keep an eye on him. Patty's back with us. There we go. Eddie's back. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Fourth and goal. There we go. I think I caught up. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm flying solo tonight. Lady Prepper's still in Iowa. She ain't even watching tonight. They're having a party up there. All the Midwesterners got together to, say hello to their southern cousin. But I know all that bunch up there in Iowa. They'll probably watch this, after the party's over. I don't, I don't blame them one bit. Hell, I'd party too if I could. But she's left me and the boys here alone, so I couldn't get any strippers to show up for free. I ain't got no money to pay any, so I was hoping some of them would, throw me a gratis, but that didn't work out. Oh, there she is. She just popped in right when I told on myself. Yeah, I knew. I should have known. Right when I told on myself, she'd pop in. But yeah, it's kind of dangerous. Hey, there's Who's Your Prepper Nurse. There we go. All right. Good to see all y'all. But like I said, there's a lot going on, a lot we need to talk about, some crazy stuff going on, but a lot of protests still going on around the country. People that's anti-Semitic. And what was funny, one thing I thought was funny was this Jewish student here. He'd been liberal his whole life until all of a sudden they turned on him. He can't understand why living with vipers you get bit. You know, they want to be liberal their whole life, and then all of a sudden their own kind turns on them. Liberals are good about that. You know, they're good at eating their own. So, and now he's getting a life lesson. One at him, and actually, I got to say it. I probably shouldn't, but I got to say it. Him and his people should have learned a long time ago. They can't support Democrats. Democrats don't support them. You know, Barack Obama basically pissed all over Israel while he was president, and damn if those people didn't vote to reelect him. And they're, you know, I've got friends that are Jewish, and you know, one or two of them's kind of conservative, and they cannot believe the way their families are supporting the Democrats after the way Democrats has treated them. And of course, everybody's going to say, well, Joe's sending, you know, troops over there to support Israel. No, he's not. No, he's not. That's not true. And he's actually said so. The House passed a bill today taking money from the IRS to support Israel. And Joe has already said he will veto that. He's already said he's going to veto any funds that go there unless there are funds that go to Ukraine. Wonder why that is. Now, there is a bunch of troops, you know, a big naval presence over there, but he has said there will be no American troops on the ground in Gaza with the Israelis. Now, I wonder why all those ships are over there and all those people are over there. Let me tell you why. Because when you go gas up, it costs you about $3 a gallon right now. All that military hardware and personnel are over there to do one thing: protect our oil interest. This administration don't give a shit about Israel. And if you think they do, you're wrong. If you see what this president has said and what he is doing, you should know that he don't support Israel. And that's a damn shame. But we knew it was coming, you know. I hate to get preachy right up front, but if you read your Bible, you know that at some time every country in the world is going to turn against Israel. The book says so. But it ain't going to matter, because it also says that they will be defended by the hand of God. They're not going to lose. I don't care if it's just one scrawny Jew up in the top of a tree in the middle of Israel defending his land. He's not going to lose. It's that simple. Okay? Being honest with you. All right, guys. You know I'm flying alone here, so let me put this in here. I'll glance over here at these comments occasionally, but I might miss it. But if you have a question, please pop it in there for me. Another very disturbing thing for young Americans happened yesterday. Actually, Dave over at Southern Prepper One is the one that found this out. He's still got contacts in the military, so he went and tracked it down, and he's got a few contacts here and there. The broke stacker. There we go. There's a new one. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. You like me, you're broke. You buy it when you can. But Dave found something going on there. It's kind of, like I said, this should be disturbing to young Americans. The Army has suddenly told 800 soldiers they have to report to Fort Knox within 6 days to learn how to be recruiters. That don't mean they're going to be sitting in a recruiting office somewhere trying to get people to join. That means they're going to be training new troops. Now, why in the world do you think they would need 800 new trainers out there? I got a pretty good idea why. They're afraid that we are going to go to war. And if we do, they're going to have the personnel. And where do you think they're going to get it? They're going to start drawing them lottery numbers again. I know a lot of you don't realize what that's about, but that's the draft, boys and girls. Back in the day, in the final couple of years of the draft, they'd had a lottery with like actually ping pong balls with dates on them, just like the ping pong balls in a lottery today. And they would pull them, they pull dates, and that's the dates in order that they would start drafting young men that were 18 years old. So we might be seeing another lottery, something bigger than the Powerball, coming up pretty soon. I don't know if we will or not. Hey, Aaron, thanks for coming in, buddy. All right, you ain't late. You're here. That's all it takes. But if they do start a draft, all these Gen Z people, they already said, I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to show up. You can't draft me. You can't make me go. It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work out. It really is, because I know millions and millions and millions of them are not going to show up because they ain't got the balls to show up. Let's be honest. They're a bunch of whiny ass liberals. They probably couldn't do the PT anyway. If you try to get them to run a couple of 100 yards, they'll die. They can't stop and get them a soy latte, then it would be a mess to start with. We're just, basically screwed. If it ever gets to the point to where this country has to be defended, who's going to do it? Old guys like me. Gray beards, gray hair. There is a few younger folks that are still patriotic and want to step up and do their part. But there's so few that there's no way they can defend this country. It's absolutely impossible. Not enough of them would do it. It's that simple. But it looks like things ain't looking too good, young folks. You need to get your shit together. You might want to start trying to jog around the block a little bit every now and then, just in case. That beats the hell out of prison time, I guarantee you. But there'd be so many of them that didn't show. I don't think they could incarcerate them all. We don't have enough prison beds for that. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Something else going on. BRICS, de-dollarization becomes a reality. Yep, it's happening. I'm not the only one that's been telling you that. There's been a lot of folks, in this preparedness realm that's telling you this is going to happen. And it's happening. But, guess who jumps on board with it? Biden. Joe Biden agrees. He agrees that the world economy has to be changed because where you see a new world order there is necessary. He's talking about economic new world order because the dollar's dying, guys. Where are we at right now on the debt clock? Oh, shoot, I can't remember. Let me look that up right quick. Got to be 33, like 34 billion, something like that. 33 trillion 692 billion. There ain't no way that's going to stand. Ain't no way. That's impossible. Just imagine if you run your household like they run the federal budget. You would have been foreclosed on years ago. Years ago, for sure. But there's also a lot of talk out there on a lot of prepper channels that the European bank has already changed over to digital currency. No, they haven't. I actually went to their website. I saw a couple of sites say that. A couple of channels, I should say that. So I went over to their website, and this is what I found. They're in the preparation phase. They're going to try to kick that off next month. That don't mean it's going into effect. That means that, they're just trying to get it all lined up where they can institute it and make it effective off the bat. Kind of like, I really think when it happens here, it's going to be a deal where they're going to tell you, okay, you got 30 days, and we're going to do this. But that statement was issued a couple of months ago by the European Bank. But they're obviously going to do it. They've got the wheels in motion. So they are going to do it. I don't know. I think they're probably going to have it into effect by the end of the year. Well, if they do, that won't affect us a whole lot until we get into the trade issue with them, and we'll see what happens then. But right here, the single greatest threat to America is hiding in plain sight. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but the University of Virginia did a poll I hope it wasn't just college students because we know they're all idiots, educated idiots. That's what they are. But 52% of the Biden supporters say that the biggest threat to America is Republicans. And 47% of Trump supporters say the biggest threat to America is Democrats, which is not unusual. We expect that. But what's very unusual is the next paragraph down there. If you'll see that, it says among Biden supporters, 41% believe violence is justified to stop the Republicans from achieving their goal. In other words, 41% of the people in the Democratic Party think it's okay for them to attack you when you try to go vote. They think it's okay to, tear up your property if you have a Republican sign out in your front yard. You're flying an American flag on the front of your house, which I do every day. And I feel sorry for anybody that tries to take that down if I see them. Um, I don't really think that flag represents what it used to. I was actually going to stop flying that flag. I'll be honest with you. And Lady Prepper said, look, we need to fly that in remembrance of everybody that died and fought to make this country as great as it once was. So I can't argue with that. I got to leave it out there. I got to respect those folks. I got to hope our country will get back to, where it used to be, but I just don't see it happening. But when 41% of the people think it's okay for, to commit violence, to try to stop somebody from, voting for the candidate of their choice or voicing their opinion that they don't agree with, we're in trouble, guys. We're in real trouble. But that's where it's at. And it's not like it's hidden anywhere. You guys remember Peppermint Patty here when she worked in the White House. She thinks the biggest threat to, because of our new Speaker of the House, who's an awesome dude, is because he's a religious fundamentalist. She thinks that's a danger because this guy believes in God and he practices what he believes. But there you go, one of Biden's minions saying that that's the biggest threat to our country is our religious freedom. And she's getting paid God knows how much, by CNN or MSNBC or whoever it is that put her liberal ass on TV every day. And right there, and she's out there spewing that stuff to the American public. Can you imagine what would happen to a TV commentator if they come out and they said, okay, well, the biggest threat to America right now is Muslim fundamentalists. Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. Or Buddhist fundamentalists. I'm not just going to pick on one. I'm going to pick on them all. If you're going to stand up against Christianity, then you need to stand up against every other religion. But that's just my opinion. You can't just pick one and say that one's bad. Can't do it. If you're going to be a neutral television commentator, is what they're supposed to be, but we know they're not. It's a joke, what this world's coming to. And, that kind of takes me into the main reason I'm here tonight. And that's because people are, I'm seeing some of these prepper channels and, seeing comments on social media where people are afraid to be preppers anymore. They're afraid to let people know where they stand on things as far as getting ready for what's coming. Okay, you got that choice. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I've seen several of them say, well, they're going to go dark or they're thinking about going dark. Too late, guys. Too damn late. They know who you are. They know where you are. They know what you've got. You think I'm wrong? Let me show you something. See that? That is a massive NSA Data Collection facility in Utah. They built these 5 huge buildings, and they're there for one reason, and that's to collect your data. What you look at on the internet, your emails, your text messages, your phone calls, they have it all. They have trillions of terabytes of information right there in those buildings on every American. And you think they ain't already got you? They got you 6 ways from Sunday. They track your phone. They watch. They know what you watch on TV. They know who you converse with. They know it's all recorded and it's right there in those buildings. If you came in last night, you saw where I was talking about the new Apple app where your phone actually a little light will come on your phone if you have an Apple phone when your microphone's turned on. So they're kind of warning you. Yeah, somebody's listening to you. I found it kind of hard to believe that they actually did something good for us. But how many times have you just mentioned something occasionally near your phone, and then when you go on the internet and go on social media, you start seeing ads for that? How many times does that happen to you? It happens to me all the time. Just as in the WHO and the UN treaty, where we're handling our sovereignty. I read a Telegraph article. Telegraph's another good source. If there's something with our income tax, I don't know what's going on over there with you guys' income tax, Devin. Really haven't been on top of that. I know with the taxes here, they're trying every way they can to bleed every American they can of every penny they got because they have to have it. The country's going broke. They know it. That's why they're going to switch to digital currency. When the dollar's no good anymore, they're going to have to replace it with something. And they're going to do it with that digital currency. But when they do, you're not going to be able to buy anything without the government knowing it. We're talking Orwellian purchases here, guys. 1984 for real. They're going to know everything you do, everywhere you go, everything you buy, everything about you. That's what they're trying to do. Google your phone number. You think I'm kidding you? Just Google your phone number and see what comes up. You can actually get a map of everywhere you went while you were carrying that cell phone. You can get a map that shows that. They're already watching you every day, everywhere you go, if you carry that phone with you. Stick it in a Mylar bag. They don't need to know where you go. If you need it, then pull it out and use it. But if you got to take it with you, if not, leave it at home. That's kind of hard to do nowadays, though. I know that. It's kind of hard. But they're watching everything we do, and the authoritarian police state is like this close, guys. That close to being totally in control here. That right there says it all. Following Biden's instructions. Our Department of Justice is corrupt as hell. So is, all of our intelligence agencies. That was just the NSA facility. The CIA has one, FBI, all of those alphabet agencies. They have information gathering technology, and they don't have it for nothing. They're trying to get everything on every one of us that they can. So if you're thinking about, well, I'm going to get offline, I'm not going to search prepper articles anymore, I'm not going to watch prepper videos, I'm not going to say anything or connect with anybody, it's too late. They got you. What you got to do is be ready, just in case that police state does take over. I hadn't seen that movie yet, Police State. It wasn't on locally here anywhere during the premiere this past week. I was hoping it was, but it wasn't. But I'm sure it'll be available for us to stream somewhere real soon. Knowing Dinesh D'Souza, it's probably a good movie. So if you get a chance to see it, you need to watch it. But when the police state fully takes over, and it's coming, guys, it is coming. You got to be ready for it. That's when you got to ditch your cell phone. That's when you got to stay off the internet. That's when you got to move. You got to have somewhere to go. You got to be able to take everything you have with you that you need to survive, because they know where you are. But like I said, if you cut those ties, once that happens and then you move, there's no way they can find you. That's what a bug out location is for. That's more for hiding from the government than it is anything else. A lot of people don't realize that. Yep. But don't worry about cutting ties now. Keep reading your information that you need to learn what you need to learn. Keep buying what you need, to get ready. Keep watching videos like this, all you can to try to get ready for what's coming because it's coming big time, faster than ever before in our history. Looks like XNYC dropped in. He'd been out deer hunting. Yeah, he was out deer hunting today. Been watching those videos. Uh, oh, I was trying to click him off there and that popped in the way. But just get ready, guys. I tell you every week, I tell you every video, get ready because it's coming. All that mess in the Middle East is going to pop off. One of them crazies over there is going to push the button and pop off one of them big ones. When it does, it's going to be bad everywhere, not just in the Middle East. It's going to be bad here too. That's what they want. They're looking for an excuse, and when that happens, they'll have it. So get ready. All right, then. TCU and Texas Tech was playing when I walked in here, and it was a tied game. So you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back out there and watch it. Thank goodness I don't have to clean that 8-pointer tonight like my boy X does. That's a good takedown right there, buddy. Bottom meat. So I'm going to get out of here. Me and Tucker and Miko, we're going to chill. We're going to have us a little apple juice. We're going to watch a little football. And tomorrow, we'll be working on it again. What do you think? What do you think about the stuff I got sitting around here? That's a little more in line with the channel theme here. I got a little bit of everything. Food, and equipment, and comms, and guns. And I thought that might look a little better. So I'm going to get out of here, folks. Just keep working. Keep pushing. Keep doing what you have to do to get ready because it's coming. Stay strong. Keep prepping. And you know what I'm going to say next? Pray for the United States of America because we need it. I love every one of you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in a day or two. I'm going to post some videos. Hopefully you'll enjoy them. With that, the Orlando Prepper is out.